Well, as Boko Haram's campaign of terror carries on in the north of Nigeria, people in the southeast are demanding that the region of Biafra be allowed to break away and become an independent state. But as Fidelis Mba reports, a similar protest decades ago plunged the country into a devastating conflict.
These people say they've had enough of discrimination and been beaten by police and soldiers, and they want Biafra to break away from Nigeria. It's a sentiment echoed by many in the southeast.
Some of us are from the east. Instead of us to stay in our motherland, we are being driven out to this part of the country because there was no basic amenities there. We are suffering, no road, no education, no health care. So these are the things that we need.
Calls for a breakaway state began in 1966 when two military officers from the Igbo ethnic group led a coup against the Nigerian government. It failed, and the region descended into civil war. It marked one of the bloodiest chapters in Nigeria's history, as nearly 1 million people were killed over 3 years of conflict.
My people died during the Biafran War. I was supposed to have 12 uncles. It's only my father that survived. My father will remove 3 gunshot bullets from his body in 2009. So it's not it's an issue that people will not like to repeat itself.
46 years after the Civil War, the country is facing an unprecedented wave of protests. Several members of the BIAFRA group leading those demonstrations have been killed and hundreds detained. The government considers their campaign illegal, and their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is being prosecuted for treason. But his supporters are not giving up.
We are Nigerians, and we still believe that we are Nigerians. If they thought that we are not qualified to be in this country, they should let us go and be on our own. We cannot say we are one, but we are being intimidated. The government should do something to stop the intimidation and humiliation and destroying of our property, our life.
Most of those who are campaigning are young people, and while some public officials say they support them, they refuse to do so in public through fear of violence. For now, neither side is backing down, leaving many people here worried for their future.
Well, TRT World's Fidelis Mba now joins me in the studio. Fidelis, why does Biafra want to break away from the rest of the country?
Well, like you heard in the report, there have been cases of marginalization. People of the southeast region feel that they've been marginalized, that they've actually not been given their rights in Nigeria. That, because since 1960 that Nigeria became independent, only one person from the southeast has been president. He was just there for for some months. So they feel that certain regions of Nigeria are being given priority above them. They feel that things are not working. Like if you talk about road network, the worst road network in Nigeria are found in the southeast, and these are people who are also contributing to the center. So these are the sentiments that have been driving these calls for secession. Because when the first call was made in 1966, when they carried out the coup, and then the war between 1967 and 1970 killed nearly 1 million people from that southeast region, and the soldiers had to surrender. But then same sentiments that drew, more like galvanized the cause for the struggle for secession of Biafra is actually playing out again, the issue of people being discriminated against.
As you mentioned, the last time this happened, there was so much violence, so much bloodshed. Could we see the same thing again?
Well, it might actually not be to that scale again, because people to some extent are better educated now. They actually understand the dangers of getting involved in full-scale war. But then you can't rule that out, because most of those who are driving this campaign now are young people who have very little memory of actually what happened during that civil war. So the older people are actually more like trying to talk to them, advise them on, to go about this in a very peaceful manner, even though they've actually gone about it in a very peaceful manner. But there are sometimes that they've had clashes with the military, they've had clashes with the police, and in recent months, they claim that about 100 of their members have been killed. And this is a group that has, they claim that they have a support base of about 20 million people, and they have about 195 branches across the world. So it's not just people who are in Nigeria. People across different parts of, the world where you have Nigerians, especially people from the southeast, also have branches, and they are also joining in the calls for a breakaway state of Biafra.
Okay, Fidelis, really good to talk to you. Fidelis Mba there for us.